This is a warning, and then next we're gonna ask you to leave. Stop with the booing.
You're gonna ask me to leave for booing?
You're interrupting an official meeting. I'm telling you now, I'm gonna take you to jail for this.
I'm not booing, I'm clapping.
Don't interrupt the meeting.
I'm not interrupting the meeting.
I'm asking you.
You're
now.
interrupting the meeting.
All right. We can do this the easy way, or we can do this the hard way.
Go ahead. You were gonna.
You have a complaint form?
Yeah, I have a complaint form, but I'm asking you a question.
Make your complaint.
I was asking you a question.
And make your complaint.
Oh, you're not gonna answer my question?
You have a complaint form, make your complaint.
I already have. I know that. I'm gonna make the complaint, but I asked you a question. This is America,
I
right?
encourage you to complete the
Are we still in America?
Okay.
Did you swear an oath to the Constitution?
I hope so.
What happened to the public comments?
The motion was on the floor.
Everybody wanted to
The
speak.
motion was on the floor and it was seconded. We had to take a vote. When
Y'all
we
don't
took
care.
the vote, it went away.
Y'all don't care what the citizens have to say. You're the one that made the motion. You don't care what the citizens have to say?
I have no comment.
You have no comment?
Welcome back to the channel, everybody. This video covers a January 30th, 2025 City Council meeting in Holiday Lakes, Texas, a tiny town of just over 1,000 residents with a surprisingly large police force of over 30 officers. The issues in this town are alarming, and Holiday Lakes is shaping up to be the next coffee city, Texas, that needs to be exposed. Holiday Lakes never fails to raise eyebrows when we're there, from Detective Bill Landers running our plates after a simple complaint to Sergeant Bilberry assaulting a woman by covering her mouth and cutting off her oxygen supply, a felony in Texas. The problems just keep piling up. In a past encounter, even the mayor confronted me, got in my face, stepped on my foot, and demanded payments for appearing in my YouTube videos. At the last city council meeting I attended, Officer Harris followed me around and stared at me the entire time like some kind of a weird stalker. For this latest meeting, I decided to test the First Amendment by clapping and booing at moments when no council members were speaking as to not interrupt the meeting. I made sure when I did this, others in the audience were freely expressing themselves as well. The first few boos were deemed legal by Officer Harris, but suddenly the last one was illegal. He got in my face and threatened me with arrest if I booed again. So I switched to clapping, which apparently is not against the law. This is clear viewpoint discrimination, a direct violation of the First Amendment. Things only got worse when the council abruptly shut the meeting down, refusing to allow public comments, a blatant violation of the Texas Open Meetings Act. To add to the chaos, the council used the session to approve raises for themselves and reinstate 3 fired police officers who were previously fired by Chief Dorsey for violating the chain of command. In protest, Chief Dorsey resigned during this meeting, and after all of this chaos, the council refused to let the public speak about it.
Are you gonna behave this meeting? You're gonna behave this time? You're not gonna get disorderly this time, are you?
I've never gotten disorderly. I've never said nothing.
Hey, lose the attitude. Hey, what was your name again? I forgot what your name was. You're not gonna tell me your name? That's your name? You can read?
Further right here.
I thought it was your policy to identify when a member of the public asks you. How long have you been on the clock? Did they just call you in for this? Come on, Harris. You can make yourself look good, or you can make yourself look bad. He's choosing the hard way. What a little baby. Oh, he's gonna run back there and cry. It's exactly what he's going to do, too. He's going to run back here and say, I'm about this close.
Somebody hold me back.
Why does he keep coming in and out, man? It's like the behavior of somebody doing drugs. Keep coming in and out, in and out. Is that your truck? That was kind of weird that you were looking in that vehicle. What was that all about? Did you see that? That was that guy. Why was he looking in that guy's truck? Did y'all see that?
No, I didn't see him looking.
That truck on the end, man. That Chevy truck. He walked up. Look, this is what he did. He walked straight over here and did this.
Yeah, check. What's the date on that truck?
Why the heck did he do that? You saw that?
Yeah.
The guy's acting weird, man.
I would like to state that I want the previous officers that were fired reinstated, and that all paperwork and items needed to complete that ASAP. I want to make sure that these people are taken care of. It's not fair. The other is where we will be talking to Miguel Hernandez about the situation involving him and what we need to do to move forward with that. What else do I want to say? Payroll. Okay, so let's move on to payroll for our employees here at the town of Holiday Lakes. We discussed in executive council these raises across the board. Our employees will get $2 an hour raise.
While they're talking about giving everybody a raise in the city, now would be a good time to hear a quick word from our sponsor. Let me tell you about a lawyer that I believe in and work with on a regular basis. The Ruiz Law Firm. They're located in Pearland, Texas, and he serves the people of Galveston County and the surrounding areas. If you need a lawyer, he's the guy to call. Take my word for it. He'll fight for you, whether it's holding the government accountable or insurance companies accountable. He'll stand up and fight for what's right. Also, he helps people with immigration cases. So if you're having trouble with immigration, he's the guy to call. He takes civil cases to make sure you get compensated, whether it's an accident you got in, an 18-wheeler accident, a car accident, any kind of accident, and you need a lawyer, give him a call. He's also got your back in criminal cases, protecting your rights and making sure you get a fair fight. If you need a lawyer that won't back down, call Ruiz Law Firm. He's going to fight for you. His contact information is on the screen and it will be in the description of this video.
Starting immediately. So on their next payroll, they will have that listed. The other thing is on Ray Ward, which is the person that services our water system. We would like to bump him up. He's worked for the city for 6 years. We would like to bump him from $100 a week to $150 a week. This will add a total of $36,000. That includes the 7%. to payroll for the year. Incentive pay, which we do, normally do in November, which we were not able to do. We would like to, give the following people: Trish Gilbrew, Sabrina Dodd, Julie, please say your last name. Grana, and Lawrence Jones. We would like to give them an incentive of $1,000 each. Juanita Segovia, we'd like to give her $500. And Ray Ward, we would like to give him $300. And I make this in a motion.
So, if, the discussion is, all of the favor, say aye.
Question.
A few minutes later.
Everybody voted for it, right? Okay, moving on then.
Boo.
Yeah.
We ain't got no.
Okay, now we're gonna approve the council.
Boo.
A few minutes later.
Boo.
Anybody wanna sit down and tackle it, or take one, each, take 1 or 2 meetings, ordinances and revise it, look at it, if you need permission, then pass it up here.
A few minutes later.
It's just, it's a check, in other words, if you're not looking at it, you might have some area that needs to be changed.
Boo.
I just want to point out to everybody that I've been booing throughout the meeting. The meeting has not been disrupted, not one time. The meeting has continued. Everybody has been expressing themselves freely as they wish. Now, Officer Harris is fixing to do the first disruption of this meeting when he comes over and starts acting like a bully to me and bossing me around.
I don't need you to stop the booing, you just disrupt the
Boo.
official meeting. I'm asking you now, this is a warning, and then next we're gonna ask you to leave. Stop with the booing.
You gonna ask me to leave for booing?
You're interrupting an official meeting. I'm telling you now, I'm gonna take you to jail for
I'm
disorderly
not booing, I'm
conduct.
clapping.
Don't interrupt the meeting.
I'm not
I'm asking
interrupting
you-
the meeting.
I'm asking you
You're
now.
interrupting the meeting.
All right, we can do this the easy way, or we can do this the hard way.
Go
I'm
ahead, put
asking
your
you
hands
to-
on me.
I'm asking you to stop.
I stopped. You interrupted the meeting.
Okay, I need you to stop making the
I
interruptions,
already stopped when you started.
or I'm gonna ask you to leave, or I can take you to jail. Either way you want it.
You're dismissed.
Stop disrupting the meeting,
I didn't disrupt the meeting. You
and
did.
that's your final warning.
You're dismissed.
Okay.
Can't think of the name of it. It's in, as of right now.
Can I get your name and badge number?
Laureate.
So you threatened me with arrest, that's a lawsuit. Yeah.
here's another problem with the fiber, you are talking, the fiber optics, if they move them off the power line, they put them on the ground. Now, here's the problem, when y'all call to get 811 to dig, whatever, they don't mark them. They don't mark Xfinity lines, really, and you hit them. That's what happened to me this past Thursday. And then when you hit them, you're down for a week, 2 weeks, that's only bad thing. Think about that too. Like when y'all go, to make sure to tell them to mark the lines where they're at, so the surveyors will know where they're at all times. Because most of the time when Xfinity comes in and runs their fiber optics on the ground, they do not mark them, and the surveyors don't know where to locate them, and then we hit them. And then bam, it's a surprise, the whole thing wired.
Why are they not marking?
They ain't down there.
They do anything underground.
It's 'cause it's not a critical equipment, that's why.
Yeah, it's not a critical, it's not, no, it's not a critical line to where the surveyors know.
So if somebody were to hit it, you're not gonna die from electrocution or causing.
But then you're out of communication
Yeah.
at that point.
That's the problem.
Yeah,
So just, that's what I'm saying,
How are
if
these
y'all get them
people
to
not
run underground,
Right.
make sure y'all
Register it
acknowledge,
down.
register, yes, thank you. Register.
Thomas can be on top of that.
Hey, Harris, go get me a complaint form.
If y'all, anybody needs to speak, now, come on up here where I can talk to you.
So I just need a complaint form from him. I noticed everybody just speaks out whenever they want, but he just threatened me with arrest for booing, which is a constitutional protected activity. So I just need a complaint form for Harris. That's all I need.
Anyhow, we get back on the internet stuff later.
Okay. Is this like where we can talk out?
Y'all listen up, because they're fixing to shut this meeting down and not allow the citizens to have their public comment, which is stripping them of their First Amendment rights to speak and redress their grievances to their government. And it's also a violation of the Texas Open Meetings Act. You cannot make this stuff up, folks.
I second it.
No public comments? So we're not gonna get to have public comments? Anybody that wanted to speak about anything?
If it's not, you got a motion on the floor, they can call it at any time.
Okay.
Motion on the floor, second. Any other discussion? All those in favor say aye. Opposed, say nay.
Wow.
You're aye or nay?
They don't work for the people at all.
They just took away y'all's First Amendment right. No public comments. Go give me a complaint form, Harris.
They went hungry for nothing.
I need a complaint form, Chief.
I'll get you one.
Thank you. Damn, no public comment?
That's what we were here for.
I had a comment I wanted to give too.
Thank you. You go, sir.
Appreciate it.
No problem.
You were gonna approve him arresting me for that? You were gonna,
You have a complaint form?
yeah, I have a complaint for him, but I'm
Okay.
asking you a question.
Make your complaint.
I was asking you a question.
And make your complaint.
Oh, you're not gonna answer my question?
You have a complaint form, make your complaint.
I already have, I know that. I'm gonna make the complaint, but I asked you a question. You were okay with him arresting me for booing?
I wasn't okay with you disturbing the
I wasn't
meeting.
disturbing the meeting. I booed when other people were talking and speaking out of turn.
That's not what I said. But you're entitled to your opinion.
Is booing against the law?
You're entitled to your opinion.
Is booing against the law?
I want you to exercise the law and your right to fill out the complaint
Is
form.
clapping against the law?
I'm glad you have a complaint form.
I'm asking you a question. You're the chief.
No, I'm not.
You're the assistant chief. Can I get you to identify?
Brandon Torres.
I'm just asking if you're okay with people getting arrested for booing and clapping. This is America,
I
right?
encourage you to complete the.
Are we still in America?
Okay.
Did you swear an oath to the Constitution?
I hope so. Another day.
Get ready for a lawsuit. Is there a reason why y'all didn't let the public speak tonight? No comment? Is there a reason why y'all deleted public comments for the night?
I don't know what you're saying, I'm hard to hear.
What happened to the public comments?
The motion was on the floor.
Everybody wanted to
The
speak.
motion was on the floor and it was seconded. We had to take a vote. When
Y'all
we
don't
take
care.
the vote, it went away.
Y'all don't care what the citizens have to say. You're the one that made the motion. You don't care what the citizens have to say?
I have no comment.
You have no comment? You know booing is a First Amendment protected activity, right? Same with clapping.
No comment. You're not gonna allow them.
All right. I'm gonna bring a notice of claim up here Monday. This town never disappoints, man.
You came in a little bit late to the, when they came in,
You don't care what the public has to say? You don't care what the
No
people who
comment, sir.
elected you have to say?
Bullshit.
They don't care what you guys think or have to say.
Apparently not.
they fired gets reinstated.
Immediately.
Like, they're like, no, we're gonna keep the three that got fired, and then we're gonna get rid of the other.
Well, they had Deesa's head on the, or Deesa, they had Dorsey's head on the chopping block. Told her if she didn't get rid of the one, that they'd fire her.
Hey, you want to be in charge of Lawrence?
Yeah,
Either
so
your job
she
or his
retired,
job.
and she resigned. She was the one that had fired the others because instead of going through protocol and going through command and everything, they were just running
That's
to
what the
Deesa,
raises
this is
came
my
in
problem,
for.
we need to fix it.
That's what the raises were.
The raises were because people were on Facebook bitching he doesn't do his job. So he gets a raise because he actually made us bitch.
And then they want us to look over the ordinances.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
that's
your
their job, exactly.
Your job, you get paid, you got a raise, do it. That's what you have to do for the
And
public to
instead
help
for a
out.
job well done. Bullshit. Have y'all looked at the website lately? They can't answer questions, they don't refer on phone calls. When you put in a public request, like in writing, I would like to meet with you, name a date and time, and they won't even contact you back because they don't want to meet with you. I've done that several times. They don't want to deal with it. And they refuse.
Hell, even you were surprised they cut out public comments, because you just asked about it. And then they went straight to adjournment. I was like,
I thought they were joking when they said I had to make a motion to adjourn the meeting until they mentioned it. Wait, what?
I'll say what I gotta say next.
Like, the meeting was
You're the
the meeting was just so they could do everything they did legally.
Yeah, that's for you.
Before they even came back out.
Oh, yeah, they did.
They went and discussed everything they were gonna discuss.
They planned it all out to
I was
the
standing
T.
there listening to them. They went through that whole thing and they made all their decisions in executive session, and they came out and were just like, okay.
I thought they weren't allowed to do that.
They're not.
Yeah, they did it. I was standing back there listening to them.
Did you record it?